Yes, people. Yes, people. We are back. We are back again for another live stream today in regards to the Chelsea news. Obviously, this morning we were obviously reporting. I was obviously doing a live stream for the fact that it looks like my guy Enzo Maresca was set to become the new manager of Chelsea, and it was initially at that time reported that he was going to have a 2-year deal with a plus 1 year option. Obviously, some more things have come out what's that's happening, and I thought I'd do another short live stream for everyone to come on and have their say. Obviously, there's been some big things that have happened in regards to the some of the news in regards to his contract that he's going to be getting at the club, some of the reasons as to why he's been chosen in particular, and there's also been some transfer breaking news that you guys can also come and discuss with moi, of course. So hey man, again at the end of the day, listen, we will see what happens. But listen, man, I'm looking forward to discussing all of that with you guys and more. Again, guys, please make sure to continue again to like, share, subscribe as usual. Big up to my guy Jordy. Good to see you here too, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Obviously, I'll be with, of course, my fellow co-host Oliver. How are you doing, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I've seen some things about Maresca since the last stream that I could maybe bring up. So
Of course,
if we get
man.
into that, then yeah.
Listen, lovely, man. That's what we like to hear. We're having a bold off next season. What have you sacked Eddie Howe? I wasn't aware of that, but hey, that's the case,
I
man.
think
May the
does he
best.
mean just like does he mean like the Premier League in general?
Well, the Premier League, yeah.
I mean, the only one
I,
that isn't bald is
uh,
Ange
yeah,
in the Big Six.
and yeah, Billy G. Listen,
Oh, and Arteta,
listen, I still listen. Belief is strong, but listen, some things you can't believe anymore, man. You know what I mean? Reality is strong.
That's
You know what I
denial,
mean?
bro.
Yeah. That's just deny at that point. Big up to you, though, bro. And yeah, so I actually wanted to bring up the Ornstein article first, but it seems that Mr. Ornstein. I'm gonna first of all bring up this. This came out actually. This is from the Leicester City guy at the Athletic, by the way, which is Rob Tannenhall, of course. Let me just bring that up for everyone because I want to actually start talking about this stuff. And of course, you guys can interact with me, give me your thoughts and opinions. I want to hear about them too. And so something that he does, he's definitely mentioned is the fact that Maresca won't change his approach. He does have subtle variations, but there will be one main striker, one holding midfielder, with one fullback playing inside, and two wingers. It is his way, and he believes it wholly. So that's definitely the style of play. I mean, coincidentally, that's definitely something that we have to consider. So there's that one for sure. Also, another thing that he mentions is that after a 3-1 defeat, after a 3-1 home win over Swansea in January, Maresca threatened to quit if he thought anyone was questioning his idea after he had some groans in the crowd versus Leicester as Leicester had to be patient to break down the visitors down. I actually don't think there's going to be much of a problem at Chelsea, mate, because all these guys care about is winning. I don't think they care about style of play. We've existed under Mourinho and Conte. Anyone that's complaining about his style of play is they're lying to you, bro. I'm just gonna put it simply. If they really talk about his style of play is boring, then listen, yeah, we're gonna have to ask them about the Mourinho ball and Conte ball. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you'd agree with that, Oliver.
And you know what? Forget Mourinho and Conte. I want to talk about a player that we have that is literally like, so they want to be like, but basically everyone's saying that, oh, when there's a back pass at 0-0 at the 36th minute, everyone's going to groan. But
Mm-hmm.
when Gallagher breaks down our attacks by passing backwards for no reason, where's
Mm-hmm.
the negativity, guys?
Fair enough.
It's just pure hypocrisy, to be honest. I can. The worst thing is I can actually see the fan base doing that. They did it to Sarri.
Listen, the problem is this time the
They did it to
ownership.
Sarri, and Sarri had like an
The ownership. The difference is, bro. They can't cancel this time. You know what I mean? They can't cancel. They can't cancel him because these guys will really be like, "This is our guy," and simple as that. That's the only difference I will give in regards to Maresca, unless he has like continuous bad weeks. which if that happens, then he's cooked, man.
I'm just worried because they did this to Sarri when Sarri had like a 12-game unbeaten,
Oh yeah,
and we had one of the best starts to the league that season.
I think this is interesting. Chelsea have studied how Arteta eventually thrived after leaving Guardiola's staff, and how Maresca can flourish in the same way. Now, again, at the time this came out, I made a tweet. Yeah, so I made obviously a tweet here that I'm gonna discuss, right? And the tweet I said was, yeah, if you're giving him a 2-year deal, essentially, yeah, how can you expect it to flourish like Arteta? And obviously, it's later come out that you've now given him a 5-year deal. So obviously we're gonna discuss that for sure. So clearly, it doesn't seem like top four's on the agenda next season. By the way, that might be me talking a bit heavy, but I don't think top four's on the agenda of next season. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Oliver, but I think we're probably gonna discuss. I'm gonna discuss that a bit more later, but it seems to me from the outside looking in, with the contract that he's been given, we'll get there when we discuss it.
I'm not too sure. I'm not sure you can conclusively say that based on the contract, but I guess time will tell.
Because the reason why I would say that, Oliver, is because if you've given this guy a 5-year deal, you're basically allowing him at some point to fail. If you believe in the process, because essentially, at least in my opinion, they reverted back to what they were trying to do with Potter, if that makes sense, where they were trying to give this guy a new deal, a new belief, etc., etc. So I don't know. Maybe
your logic makes sense. The problem is they folded under Graham Potter.
the problem
They compromised on their expectations to
the
sack
problem,
him.
yeah. The problem though with Potter again was the fact that Potter wasn't picked by the directors, so they never really at the end of the day trusted him, right? So they were always like, that's not our guy, essentially. Much like how the similar situation with my guy, my guy Tuchel. So that's the only thing I would say.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the squad was one striker away from top 4 last season. That might be the case, but I think they're willing to give this guy leeway. I think that's the only thing
we
I'm
were
trying to
better
make
defense
happen.
away from top 4.
Yeah, we were. If you had a better defense, man, I don't think the goals would have even mattered that much. Hot take there. Why do you think why do you think about Tosin? Yes, we'll definitely get that for sure. I agree. That'll be a bit more later on. Obviously, media confusion. Yeah, well, listen, Fabrizio. He sadly today, the tapping didn't hit as strong, but it seems that Ornstein hit the dagger. That 5-yard 9+5 minute. Unlucky big man. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. It wasn't 1 in 19. I think it was 4 and something though, if I'm not mistaken. Bigger to Adam. Let's see what happens. We don't need to start angry before this guy manager game. 100%, bro. I'm just here obviously to just talk about some of the stuff that Ali's trying to bring in. Joe says, "Big up, Ahmed. It's tough times. I hear you, my friend. I hear you, man. Listen, man. It's not easy in these streets, as they say, man. 5 years, Maresca based off the championship. Hey, man. On Bayern giving company a 4-year deal based on the championship too, technically. So, hey, man, that's just the new wave. The new wave, you know what I mean? Where
the thing is, you can't win in this situation because if they give him a short contract, then we're going to go back to what we talked about in the previous stream, where it's like, okay, you don't back your decisions, so what are you doing?
Exactly.
You can't win.
You can't win. So, listen, at the end of the day, double the Enzo, double the fun. Well, we're going to have to see about that one for sure, as they say. Oh no, Adam! I don't think you get the. I think for me the 5-year deal thing is interesting because I said if you truly are backing him, you should give him a 5-year deal, and that was what time was that, Oliver? Was that like at 1:30? I think 1:45, 2 o'clock ish. That's when I said that's when that's when the news came out, by the way. And I was saying a 2-year deal means you're just trying to give him a 1-year deal essentially, just to see what he can do. If he can't do anything, you don't need to pay him off that much. Bish bash buggy is gone. But by giving a 5-year deal, you're really trying to put faith into him to believe the fact that, listen, this is our guy, this is our manager, this is the guy that's going to lead us into the future. So, I remember Chelsea fans saying Cole Palmer sign was bad and not needed. We can't follow the fans' emotions. Maresca needs time and backing. Again, Somali Flame, I don't disagree with that. Again, I think the issue is, again, two things can be true. I think from a fan perspective, I think as fans, we expect when we start trying to go for managers to be signed a bit more of an elite level, right? And I think that's what we as Chelsea fans have become accustomed to. And at points, that is also, I think, what the hell happened? Did something? Can you check for me, Oliver, if Pies has done something, by the way? Because
Okay.
Mo's just in the meantime while I'm talking. But yeah, again, as I was saying, like again, yes, they're accustomed to that, right? And listen, I hear that, and a lot of the time, again, experience is key. Experience is important, and as a manager, if you can get a guy that's already made that understands what needs to be done to help this project further, then yes, I would always go for that option because it has the least risk. But it seems that the club is clearly going a different direction, and that's just the reality of the situation, bro. I can't control that. You can't control that. None of us can control that at the very least. Adrian Mask says this is a horrific decision, bro. Stinks of the ownership group trying to desperately grab onto any positive PR. It's clear that nobody was aligned again on the decision, and they couldn't agree. But I don't know, man. I don't think Maresca is like good PR, by the way, bro. I don't know about you. I don't know if do you agree with that, Oliver? I don't think Maresca is a positive PR, man. I don't know about you. It's not coming down to a positive PR for
No,
Maresca, man.
the best PR was been deserving.
Yeah, man.
I've sent you the Pies tweet.
What the hell? Come on, man. Chelsea Football Club,
We're not
man.
doing this, man.
Come on, man. We can't do this, bro, man. If they
Bring it
vote
up,
this,
man.
by the way, if they vote this, bro, no, man. You can't vote it, bro.
Hey,
So,
Steinberg tax though.
listen, Steinberg tax is Steinberg tax. I hear that, bro, but they can't vote this, bro. You can't be voting this, man. You know how bad that's going to look on every other journalist, by the way. That's been reported this. You can't bottle it, bro.
Bro, I cannot end up with Thomas Frank just because this guy wants to wait around.
What is going on? No, man. This club, man. I love Chelsea, man. I swear to God, can I not rest since 2019? Can I not rest since 2019, bro, man? Surely not, man. I'm hearing they're going to IB. Is it Mallorca or Ibiza? I think it's Mallorca, I think, yeah. To go and meet this guy. Nah, this can't be real, bro. No way. Chelsea on a similar to late 2000 leads and Mushiri's Everton. We are running so poor and we're going to be in trouble. Fans need to start acting now. I don't think from a squad perspective that is necessarily the case because one of the things with Mushiri's Everton was that they didn't invest correctly. Bro, so that's not necessarily true. And B, I don't think we're gonna end up like late 2000 leads. That we will always have more than enough quality
I'll tell you what.
remain the same.
I don't like the Mashiri Everton thing. The problem, Mashiri's Everton, the reason they are in the state that they are right now and how they got there is because they overpaid for a bunch of players that were depreciating in value.
Yeah,
At least when we overpay, we're doing it on young players that will,
of course.
in theory, they will appreciate value.
Yeah. Big up to my guy, Judge Mo, my fellow co-host. You can find us obviously on Rival Rumble on Sundays. You know what I mean? Around about 9:30 p.m. UK time, so you can always check us out there. Listen, yeah, I know, bro. That's something that we were literally just talking about that right now. This is Banter Club now. You know what, man? It's not easy, man. I'll be honest. It's not easy at all, man. You just gotta hope this bangs. You know what I mean? Honestly, you just gotta hope and pray that this somehow, by a miracle, by God's grace, that something bangs because, man, it's crazy, man. This club is insane. This club, yeah, is insane because honestly, you can't do this to me, man. You can't do this to me, man. Chelsea, you cannot do this to me, please. But but again, we cannot bottle this guy, please. If we bottle this guy, Oliver, yeah, do you know we are actually worse than Bayern. Bayern, even though they got rejected by 7 or 8 guys, they got rejected by like at least good managers. They get rejected by Maresca, a guy in the championship. Nah, man, we can't do it. We can't, man. We can't, man. This club moves like a bipolar teenage girl. Well, listen, bipolar teenager actually just fits it perfectly, in my personal opinion. But I'll point inshallah see, hey, that's Chelsea, man, in a nutshell. I want to just return to this one, right? This idea of the Arteta model. The thing with the Arteta thing, right, is that obviously, yes, he's done the thing where there's been progression over time, right? And it's clearly you can see that Arsenal are moving forward, as they say, right? But the thing that's confusing me, we're also hearing about they want to recreate Xavi Alonso too. So but Xavi Alonso only happened in a season and a half. So who is the guy that they're trying to look to, do it to? So again, with these reports from Chelsea, you got to also take them with a pinch of salt, by the way, because at the end of the day, they can be a bit booky. And obviously this is 6:46 p.m. And yeah, Enzo Maresca has told Leicester he wants to join Chelsea. Apparently, that's something that he's told them. And obviously, this is what I was talking about. And we're going to discuss this now. Actually, Chelsea are expected to agree on a contract with Maresca for a length of a minimum of 5 years. Again, so he's probably got a 5+1 year deal. By the way, he's basically be given a 5+1 year deal. Probably, if it's a minimum of 5 years, that means 5+1. So he's getting a 6-year contract essentially. That's probably the most logical. If I was to be like a logical person, probably a 5+1 year deal. Again, I think if you're truly believing this guy and you want to give this guy time to implement his tactics, and you don't want to do something where I'm just going to give him preseason and the first 5 games to implement the tactics, then again, this then giving him this amount of time probably works. But for me personally, if when I'm hearing this means they're not expecting top 4 again next season. That's just my logical opinion. You know what I mean? If I'm following the logic, that means you're expecting him to progress, maybe into 5th or 4th. You've come 6th of this team, maybe 5th place is the next spot, maybe a Europa League spot, isn't that, something like that. But I don't think they're expecting UCL football. But I want to hear I want to hear your thoughts on it, because I know you slightly disagreed with me on this point.
I don't know if this ownership can step back like that. They amongst other things, they sacked Pochettino, and granted, I know the level and the how famous the manager is, how well known they are, and experience is different. But they sacked Pochettino in part because he failed to get the top 4, because they thought that this squad was in part suitable and capable enough of getting top 4. So I just can't see how they take a step back here, especially because Europe is a financial necessity. We can't keep doing this, this asset stripping and the sale of Cobham products, because we're gonna run out of assets and we're gonna run out of good Cobham products. So these aren't sustainable practices. And whilst we're currently in no position to even start the stadium stuff, and that will take years in and of itself, the only short-term solution is to get back into the Champions League. So I can't see it personally.
I'm not blaming any manager having reservations before joining Chelsea. We need to have a strong transfer window. I 100% agree. We're obviously going to talk about the major transfer that's about to happen, of course, which is Adebayo. It seems that, but that's a free at the end of the day. It'd be interesting to see. You probably, even if they do expect UCL football from him, they can't sack him straight after one season, bro. To give him that level of a contract means, listen, if you don't get top 4, we're not going to sack you straight away. We're going to give you that time to do it again next season. And I don't know how I feel about that personally. It's I think for me the issue I have here is that the signing for me is not inspiring. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem. I think a lot of Chelsea fans are having. I think for me, if you were to ask a lot of these guys, do you feel inspired by the signing? So, by getting this coach, then I think the answer would be no, and I think that plays a big part into why a lot of people are very much reserved on Maresca. Obviously, there's a stat that a lot of people are surprised by the fact he was bottling Leeds in the Championship, right? And again, this is just me giving at least some level of like unfair tribute to some of the people who are the dissenters, of course. So that's something we have to for sure consider for me. Poch would have loved him. He's torn. Oh my god, that is crazy, man. They have to back Maresca fully and let him cook. Exactly. This is something I have to. I repeat, bro. You've got to, man. Facts. The players at the moment, young anyone, aren't. He's meant to say auntie. Sorry, it's aren't young anymore after that season. Conference League group stage is 8 games. We need depth.
Is it?
I feel like we've got.
I
Is
thought it
it?
was 6.
I thought it was 6. No.
We have depth
Oh
anyway.
no! I know what you mean by 8. So you're gonna have obviously the 6 games of the group
Oh,
stages plus
plus the playoff or the
plus the
qualifier. Sorry.
playoffs. Yeah, plus the qualifiers too. So
Okay.
so then again, that's going to be a lot of what's it
I'll
called?
tell you
Yeah,
what, we'll be fine. We have depth, and actually, just on that, Ahmed, can you bring up the first tweet that I sent in the private chat?
yes. Give me
Because
one.
this is one of the main reasons why I think they will have picked him as well. I think this is very interesting.
There you go. There we go.
That is the injury record of Leicester's players under Enzo Maresca. There's a lot of green there.
Yeah,
And if I can focus on one player, have a look at Ricardo Pereira. This guy, like, I don't know how much you guys know, or Ahmed, how much you know about Ricardo Pereira.
He was cooked. I know.
This guy is cooked, and he actually, when he was in the Premier League, he was actually like on ability, he was one of the best right backs in the Premier League. He just couldn't stay fit, and you've got Enzo Maresca who has fixed him to the point where he's been able to rely on him in a 46 game league season in the Championship. I mean, we might be in business here. I can't lie. I mean, you can only read into it so much, but that is very strong evidence for this guy being able to keep players fit.
Exactly, particularly in the Championship. Again, Championship is the most grueling league, I would say, out of all of the leagues, literally, in Europe. In terms of physicality, the amount of times you play in a week. I think you play twice a week in the Championship, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Most of the time, yeah.
most of the time.
Plus
So,
the
again,
cups.
plus the cups. So, it's a lot of work that's definitely going in there if you're a Championship guy. So, that's something to most definitely look at and think about.
And by the way,
sure.
if you guys remember as well, that was one of the criteria for Poch getting sacked. So logic would dictate that they are looking for someone that has a good record. And lo and behold.
Big up to my guy EE. Always a pleasure to see my brother. So I actually wanted to take this away. Yeah. So this is apparently Pi speaking to some of the LFC fans. These Leicester City fans, of course, and they said nearly bottled the Championship was down to missed chances from players. Apparently, plays with an inverted right back. So CDM Reece James, maybe he might be able to play 10 games after all. You know what I mean? Not so hey, we might not need them running the wing Reece James. Just CDM Reece. I see the vision already. Winger's change of style was noticeable from the first game of the preseason. All right, fair enough. Wingers go wide. Wingers go wide and 8s are encouraged to get into the box. I can't lie to you, man. That sounds like to me a system that Gallagher could thrive in. High pressing at the right moment. The striker has to be good at pressing. Is Jackson good at pressing? I would say so. I think personally.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, most goals conceded via transition. Leicester have slow CBs. Chelsea need fast centre backs. Well, Bade Shield, is he fast? No, I wouldn't say so personally. Colwell, is he fast? No. Disasi's got a little bit of pace, but no.
Our fastest centre back is probably the one we're selling, Trevor Chalobah. Besides Fofana, but
yeah, probably
besides
Chalobah.
Fofana, but Fofana, sorry, Chalobah's like out of the ones we expect to stay fit. Yeah, he's probably the fastest, and he's gone.
Most important position is either the number 6 or his goalkeeper. He must be elite on the ball. Wow, that's a problem for us for sure. most important rotated loads at the start, but then got more stubborn, stuck with Decker up front even during a bad patch. Confidence was low. Good man management apparently, so that's good at the very least. Leicester fans got on mode of slow and patient football with shouts of get it forward. Maresca was a different type of manager to Rodgers, etc. Chelsea fans inside the ground need to be patient apparently. So again, I don't really care. You know, if I hear a Chelsea fan talk about slow style of play or the style of football, they're lying to you, bro. You know, we've had Antonio Conte and Jose Mourinho. I repeat, and they love those two guys. You know what I mean? Simple as that, bro. Anyone that tells you differently, they're lying to you. They're lying to you for sure. Fafana, if fit, 100% Keyshawn, bringing in Tosin, Kirkus, and Elise, that's a wonderful meal. I think you need probably more than that personally for me, in my opinion. But we move. Um, and I think that is probably the latest up to date. I think there's not. I don't think there's any more news as of right now that I am aware of. And that's yeah. So listen, I want to obviously go talk about this other news, which is obviously about the fact that Chelsea have made a contract offer to Tosin. That's the other big news again that's happened today. Lumos, there we go. Tosin Adarabioyo, right, has been. Is it? He's the guy that you've been looking at. We're interested in to see. Obviously, 196 centimeters tall, according to Mash. Big up to my guy Mash. Obviously, a former Man City academy graduate. I wouldn't be surprised if again Joe Shields knows about him and believes in him to some extent. Okay. About obviously he's highly touted, highly rated. A lot of clubs are looking at him. Obviously because he's going to be on a free and he can get him for a good contract too. So again, he's someone definitely for sure. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are looking at to come and get and to come and buy. I want to hear what the chat's thoughts are. I want to hear what your thoughts are, Oliver. I'm going to bring up some of his actual stats in the meantime while you're talking.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about him. I don't watch Fulham a lot, and I've got all the questions. Like for example, when the Leicester fans say Maresca would need faster centre backs, is Tosin a fast centre back? Like, can anyone answer that?
That's a good question, bro. So obviously,
I've heard he's decent on the ball, and of course he's very tall, so that should pose an aerial advantage. Other than that, I have no idea.
So again, obviously, if you're looking at this non-penalty goals, it's got 0.11 non-penalty goals. So clearly, likes to score. Is a good scorer. Just like, my apologies about this, guys. Is 0.11 per 90. So he's for a defender high in percentile. That means he may be good at headers, maybe good at just finding the goal. Much like our guy Desasi, who has been very good like that. Good at that. Obviously, high percentage of passes completed, probably, as you can see. Gets a lot of touches in the attacking penalty area too. In terms of in terms of aerial duels won, which is I think a big key thing. Wins his aerial duels, is very good at interceptions. So might be a bit more someone that's a bit more on the front foot, a bit more positionally aware of where players are going to be and where to cut through. So these are some of these attributes, by the way. And in the Premier League this season, played in 20, has 1,617 minutes and 2 goals. And he's got an XG of 0.7 and 0.1. Ayakrim says he reads the game so well, like Thiago Silva, so that could save him from not needing to be quick. Fair enough then. Let's hope that's the case. But I think again for me, when it comes to him, hopefully he's able to do that. Hopefully, again, he's able to, handle that business. Whether or not, of course, we get him. Let me bring this up. This is actually pretty good. We can continue to talk about Maresca, but again, talking about Adebayo, is that again, is he Adi? Is it how do you say his surname again? Adarabioyo. Sorry, my apologies. I'm keeping it. It's okay. So Tosin again. Talk about Tosin. If he's able to be a Tiger Silver light and able to do that well, then I don't mind that. Again, at the end of the day, but listen, is he going to be our starter? It's a question you got to ask yourself. Is he going to start ahead of a guy like Disasi, and Fafana, if he comes back, more than likely. Or he's going to probably compete with a guy like Disasi. Again, Buddy is Shield, by the way. I don't know if he can play RCB, so I don't know, man. And his split passes him and Cole. Oh my god, I have a dream. So he's a very good ball playing centre back. So he almost fits hand in hand with a guy like Cole. Fair
Interesting.
enough. Fair enough then. Fair enough. I wanted to bring this up. So this is from Felix Johnson, and he's brought out some positives and negatives, right? So let's read them through. Positives: clear style of play, progressive and fits loads of players in our squad. Pep's shown if you have this style of play, right, you can blow everyone out of the park. Style of play should give younger players more direction, which can be very beneficial, as we saw end of last season. He doesn't negate the defensive aspect. He sets his team up just as much as to be able to counter Price and have solid defensive setup. Least goals conceding champ. He worked under Pep, seeing what it takes to be a winning machine. He's managed and won the PL2, so clearly has an eye for individual development, which is key with young squad. The concerns: never managed top flight, horrible spell at Parma, which I'm going to bring up the horrible spell at Parma. I've got a bookmark on that one where we can look through that one. He's one-dimensional with his system, might not make adjustments with the skill set, doesn't match the role for in-game tweaks to deal with game state. Even though a system does direct a young player, he could sap them of their freedom. That has helped so many thrive at Leicester. He directly called out the fans, saying he would leave if they continue to moan about his style of play. I think the thing about the freedom thing, yeah, is that I think obviously we saw with Tuchel. Tuchel was very much, particularly with attackers, to be a bit more free and be a bit more attacking, which is one thing I will definitely give him the props about. Obviously, even a Pochettino, there's been stuff like that where he's allowed the wingers to be a bit more direct, a bit more attacking there too. But I don't think that's necessarily an issue. Again, I think for me, the worrying is about the in-game adjustments. I think for me, I don't want us to end up with someone like an Ange, where, listen, big up to Ange. Ange is a great, I like Ange as a manager, but he lives and dies by his tactics. I don't want to have a similar situation at Chelsea where, we live and die by our own tactics. I'm pretty sure you would agree with that, Oliver.
It depends, because I think people have a very warped perception of what the top coaches do. Pep Guardiola does not deviate from his tactics, nor does Jurgen Klopp. If you want to include Arteta in the top conversation, which is debatable, but he doesn't deviate. So, I understand people being concerned, and I do have a bit of concern myself. I don't want the manager to basically be on a sinking ship and not do anything about it. But at the same time, you have to look at the other managers and say, well, they don't deviate. So you've got to balance it, I guess. You can't do what a Poch did and respond to injuries by completely throwing your system out the door. But at the same time, you have to have some flexibility.
For sure, bro. I just think for me personally, on what it's about for me is that at the end of the day, you got to be able to. Oh, there we go. This is the one I was looking for. Lovely jubbly. We'll get to this one in the meantime. But again, I just think for me personally, you need to, as a manager, I would like my guy to be able to, handle the business. You know what I mean? Not be able to at least, realize, okay, if I need to win this game, can I make a slight adjustment to the style of play I'm playing, slightly just tweak it, just to be able to, unlock the other side. That's the one thing I will always give you about guys like Tuchel. To a certain extent, Mourinho used to do it as well. And Ancelotti does that too, where he allows there to be slight tweaks in the tactics to allow his team to get that winning edge to win. So that's what it is. And by the way, obviously Enzo Maresca, he had a stint at Parma while they were in Serie B, and this is obviously the stint. This is from November. Starts on the 21st of November. Drew with Cosenza. Lost 4-0 to Lecce. Beat Vicenza, beat Cittadella, lost obviously to Reggio Calabria, drew to Monza, drew to Spal, drew to Pisa, lost to Ternana, lost to Cremonese, won, and then he won obviously against Benevento, won against Pordenone, and then drew against Frosinone. So clearly his record there wasn't too great at all.
I mean, I think that is very, very surface level. I mean,
Mm,
if we go back to what the Leicester fans were saying, nearly bottled the championship was down to poor finishing. Who's to say that unless you've watched his stint at Parma, who's to say that
mm.
the losses and the draws there weren't down to poor finishing at the same time? So
I actually want to.
and also like I've heard about De Zerbi at like Benevento and one other club by the way. De Zerbi had poor records there, so if you wanted De Zerbi, this is really kind of a poor argument to make because he's had the
Mm,
same thing.
you know what? That's fast, bro. That's fast, man. You're holding them to account. You're holding them into account, and I want to just show this point. So quickly, this is some breaking news actually. This is some speculation by Blue Coat Extra, and that's that Man United could be bumped down to the Conference League as OCG needs another club owned by Ineos finishes higher in their respective league, according to Mail Sport. If this happens, then Chelsea will get Europa League ticket. Keep an eye on the issue. Um, Ineos are confident the situation will be resolved, issuing a statement which read, "We are aware of the position of the two clubs and we are in direct dialogue with UEFA. We are convinced that we have a solution for next season in Europe." So, bro, maybe Europa League, man. Europa League might be still alive, baby. You know what I mean? Europa League nation.
I'm not sure how this
Mm.
works though because like you got Man City and Girona at the same time. You know, I don't know the full ins and outs of it, so
Fair enough, bro.
for me it would require more research. But I'm not getting my hopes up too high personally. And even if it was a problem, Ineos would probably dump Nice.
Listen,
Why would they? Because that's the whole thing. Like as far as I'm aware, and again, I'm not fully educated on this, but from what I know, this whole ruling about multi-club ownership, it's about like does your multi-club like control? Do they have like
yeah.
a major influence over the other club? So they if it came down to it, they'd probably just drop their major control in Nice because who's going to drop Manchester United,
I
biggest club
hear
in the world?
you. No, I hear you, but the problem is, yeah, they pretty much own the majority of Nice, Oliver. So
I guess that would be harder to shift then.
then you
Okay, well,
can't. Then you actually
yeah,
can't shift that. The problem with United as well is that they literally said that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, at least with United, from what I remember, they have sporting control. So
yes.
again, like you would have to rescind sporting control at United then to be able to get something of the sort to be done.
Yeah, I mean, I just advise Chelsea fans, prepare for the worst case scenario. I don't
Yes,
think it's very likely
yes. All
we
right,
we
yeah.
sneak in the back door here.
Yeah, man. You never know. But listen, we move. But listen, obviously, I think hopefully this is the end of the news. Maybe tomorrow we'll get the confirmation that it's been signed, or tomorrow you never know, man. If the stuff that's happening now, Jacob Steinberg's been very, I would say, reliable at least with this stuff. At least with Enzo Maresca and stuff like this, man. We might be hearing tomorrow. Maresca has declined Chelsea. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have to come in here, you know what I mean, with my head down and saying, Maresca Nation, man, we failed.
But that cannot happen, though. I'm sorry. We've been over this, but I'll say it again. According to Ornstein, Thomas Frank is the only guy left on the shortlist besides Maresca. I cannot be having.
I said, by the way, Frank could be a possibility, man. It could be, man. It could be, man. But hey, listen, dude, listen. Reality hits hard. Reality hits hard, man. Clown Lake, what's it called? Clown Lake. I'll be real. Back in 2 years, Albert. this Maresca guy won't last. Okay, Enzo and Cole will cook in the conference. In the conference, Cole last minute win against Hiluska Bentiva FC. Big up, Blue Coat out. I hope we get Europa League. Let's hope so. Chelsea away days in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Wait a minute.
That's going to be crazy, by the
Wait,
way.
Bluco out. Hey, nice protest, by the way.
Fair enough then. Chelsea away days in Montenegro. We're probably gonna have to pray. We're gonna play in a lot of against a lot of Eastern European teams, boys. Get ready. We might even face some Croatian teams too, bro. Hey, at least we'll get some nice little summer tans, some weather. You know what I mean? The sun. You know what I mean? The lads night out. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go. Maresca declining us would be real horror. Thomas Frank. Oh my god. Listen to me. Cloud Lake is a joke. Our club is dumb. Hey, just joined the hood. I bet we watched the glory days and how others hated us after seeing this downgrade and intentional F up by owners is sad to see. Fair enough. That's Ritz. Mark was making his point very clear. I just think again, the issue with a guy like Enzo Maresca, yeah, is that he's not similar to almost Potter. Where the thing with Potter was, yeah, Potter had the buzz, he had the juice in it, where essentially, at least people could see. I think to a certain extent, why was it called you know, where at least the Potter signing was coming from, right? Um, why are you people accepting mediocrity? I'm not accepting mediocrity, first and foremost, my friend. Secondly, I don't think, again, the issue, I will always repeat myself. My school of thought has always been, I like this, I like the model. Again, I would tweak it to bring in more experienced players, slightly a bit more experience alongside the stuff they're doing now to make sure the squad is complete and we can then be competing for the titles again. Again, from a manager perspective, I personally would have chosen again Deserby personally. I'm pretty sure some of us here have even said Amran. The issue for me again, and it comes back to it for me, is that the level of elite guys that are available aren't that high, or we just do not have a good connection with. That's just what the reality is at the end of the day, bro. Gusto in Kuku Palmer Kashe, the Buddy Shuku Korea and Fafana have all been great signings. Kukurea, I'm not too sure on that one still. Personal opinion. We got turned down by Kieran. Hey, fair enough. And with me here is Prime, Reece James, number one fan. What are you seeing, Prime?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just having a meeting with Reece James anyway. So, what up, people?
Big up, bro. I don't know if you've seen, but there's a possibility that Rusty could be rejecting us as well. By the way, he's taking his time apparently, according to Jacob Sandberg. I don't know if you read it.
Yeah, bro. No one. All these again. I keep saying these journalists all don't know what they're talking about. I get it. Like you need to report for content and stuff. Do what you gotta do. Speaking of which, people, if you're new, subscribe to Ahmed's channel.
Thank you very much.
The likes as well. You know what's the likes now, Ahmed?
I actually don't know, bro. I haven't been checking. I've been so busy with the stream. Yeah, I'm not accepting Maresca. Are you winding me, bro? The reality is, bro, you cannot accept Maresca, bro. I cannot want Maresca. I don't want Maresca either. But if that's just the reality at the end of the day, I can't control that, my friend. I'm just gonna. All I can do is back my team, back the manager, and hopefully something good happens. That's all we can do, bro. But like at the end of the day, man, that is just the reality that we face. You know what I mean? I can't control reality. Yes, it is shocking, but that's life, my friend.
Like, I don't get. First of all, like it's not even done, so we don't even know. We could still end up getting the Derby. Second of all, like why I keep saying the Chelsea fans, stop being so angry. You guys complain about everything. You literally complain about everything. Stop complaining. So sometimes like take out your emotions, and like just look at things like objectively. Enzo Maresca as a coach, he's a brilliant coach. There's a reason why he's rated. Fine, he's not like an elite manager or anything, but neither is De Zerbi, neither is Amorim, neither is Miguel at Girona, neither is Company or Alonso or who's the other guy, Thiago Motta. They're all like these young, quote unquote, up and coming managers.
Exactly.
And that's the squad Chelsea actually have. We don't have a squad ready for an elite serial winner to come in. Tuchel coming in or Jose or Conte, etc. Not doing anything with this squad. Really, we're not winning a title. We're not winning a Champions League. We're not even in Champions League football. So like, get the coach. The coach will come in the next couple of seasons or 3 years, whatever. Will bring us to a point where we're then ready to actually start competing. And from there, who knows? But as of right now,
what if all of this is PR, bro? Jamar, there's no way this is PR, bro. Because if this is PR, Maresca, bro, you wouldn't see Ornstein, reporting what he was reporting about the fact that they're trying to get this done in the next 72 hours. That's all I have to say. And they're traveling to flipping Mallorca to meet him there. What about what was Enzo's role at City? He was an assistant manager initially, and then he was managing the PL2, which is like the under 23 team, for Manchester City. This is the worst possible option out of all the possibilities. And then here we go, the Zerbi law. Bro, that's not happening, man. You know what I mean? There's no way they're going to do that, man. They've gone this far, and then are you telling me that they're planning for Maresca to reject them so they can get the Zerbi? No way, bro. I don't rate Tuchel, to be honest. He sold Gilmore and kept Gallagher. Yeah, man. Tuchel, I don't know, man. Tuchel's got an agenda against midfielders, bro. Tuchel has got agendas against midfielders, bro, man. You know what I mean? He must come for the crimes against midfielders, man. Crimes against midfielders, you know what I mean? We need to take him to court, man.
But again, these are the elite options that everyone's talking about, you know.
To be honest, this geezer, we don't complain every time. From sacking whole canteen staff at one go to second Poch, and now Gallagher will be sold. We don't know, bro.
First of all, don't ever call me a geezer again. Second of all, like, why are you complaining? Again, stop complaining. Stop whining. If you're not offering any solutions, stop whining.
In regards to the canteen staff, I'm pretty sure did not get sacked, by the way. Canteen staff have not been sacked from what I know. From what I know, canteen staff, I'm pretty sure have not been sacked from what I remember. Second Poch, we know why Poch has been sacked, by the way. And listen, fundamentally speaking, there's no denying that Poch was going to get sacked, whether it was going to be now or if it was going to be somewhere in the middle. Like, that's just the reality that we have to face, bro. All right? That's just my personal opinion. In regards to Gallagher getting sold, I don't think, again, maybe Gallagher will get a contract bonus. I'm hoping so. I'm a Gallagher fan, by the way. But at the same time, if he's not going to send a contract that they give them, then eventually, bro, we're just going to have to accept that.
Bring up the comment above it, please.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. And I also want to just add quickly, in regards to Gilmore actually wanted out because he knew that Tuchel was not going to give him enough game time, by the way. That was actually the reason why he left the football club. Like, it was actually reported that Bowley was trying to keep Gilmore at the football club. Bowley was actually the reason why Bro has stayed at this football club too, by the way. So that's just something to consider there too. Is this the one you wanted to wear?
Yeah. First of all, eyeliner, lip gloss, mascara is an elite slander name. I rate it. Second of all, I wish I was the one that came up with it. Second of all, like, I'm not believing everything the owners are just throwing, but like, I'm listening to what they've set out, and they're trying to find managers that fit that remit. And plus, like, usually I'm the one that's always negative and complaining. For once, I'm trying to be like a bit positive about things and just trying to see where it goes. Maybe Enzo fails and it's another terrible season, but maybe he is a good coach and he can get something out of his squad. So, like, we don't know either way. So let's actually, hold our reservations either way and just see what happens. Give it some time. But that's just me. You can go back to complaining and taking years out of your life. That's your problem.
Armored to turn us into a banter club. Honestly, bro, listen,
we've been a banter club since 2017. Stop it.
Get a banter club by rivals. Listen, it's not good, right? But
we've been a banter club ever since we haven't won a league title.
Yes,
as far as I'm concerned, yes. That's the Chelsea standard that everyone says with Roman and all that. We haven't won a title since 2017, so we've been a banter club for 7 years. As far as I'm concerned.
No, bro, we've been a banter club since 2019 when we appointed Frank Lampard and we started believing in this youth bollocks. We became a banter club. The only thing that saved us, by the way, was a 2021 Purple Patch with Tuchel, where we won the Champions League, Super Cup, and Club World Cup.
Let's talk about Lampard, by the way.
Let's quickly before you go. Seniac, brother, listen, I thought we were giving 2-year deals. I'm hearing 5-year deals too, bro. I was having lunch, 4 p.m., lunch eating my thing, minding my business. My brother's called, text me like, bro, he's getting a 5-year deal. I was like, what 5-year deal? This one day giving out 5-year deals at this football club. Yeah. So he's getting a 5-year deal, bro. They're believing in him and they're giving the Arteta deal. So hey, man. Jamar's informed me that Poch is out, by the way. I think Jamar, he's just doing this as like spoils of war. You know what I mean? He's got the head, like, he's beheaded the guy. He's now got the beheaded head as like as an Avi. You know what I mean? To show that he's won. I'm starting to think Maresca is the better option. We could have a nightmare if Thomas Frank appointment. Lord have mercy, man. Lord have mercy on my soul if that happened, man. It's been 2 years. What progress do you see? There's not.
Scouting.
Well, I think scouting wise, you've improved. The player types we've brought in have definitely improved. So that for sure has improved. The manager wise, we've been cooked. That's no doubt. There's no denying that. When's it gonna end, Robbery? We're finishing 12th. Listen, man. Last time we finished 12th was 2022, man. Let's not make sure we're happy. 2023, sorry, is it 2023? So let's make sure that never happens again. You can get 5-year deal at this club as long as you classify as a football hipster. He's not even a football hipster, you know. I've not had the hipsters love McKenna. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a football hipster, bro. I've heard more about McKenna than I have about Maresca, bro. I'll be very honest with you, bro. Atharf has said these owners have ruined everything, but sure keep backing what they do. It's been 2 years and no improvement. Again, bro.
Back them.
But again, I don't back the owners, man. You shouldn't back the owners, bro. You should be demanding that they give you, trophies, bro. That's just the what Chelsea Football Club is. That's what I demand of them. I look at what the stuff they're trying to give us. I don't mind some of the stuff, but I want others. But I want a lot of stuff to be improved.
I need to make it very clear as well. By the way, there is a difference between backing the owners and accepting the fact that they cannot leave until 2032.
Mm-hmm.
That's why all your Poch out. No, not Poch out. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm tired. That's why you clear leg out and all that is just obsolete. They can't leave. You have to accept that.
Sorry, I just literally had to
Ahmed, wake up, man! Stop sleeping on stream.
No. I had the personal thing that I was fixing. That's why my apologies. Yeah. So yeah, see you next, bro. I'm telling you, man, this is boomer bust. If it's a bust, hey, man, these guys, man, I've got a sword ready. You know what I mean? It's the heads have got a roll, man. The heads got a roll, man. They have to, like, in the sense that the directors have to move on, bro. It's just as simple as that when it comes to it. So, Thomas Frank Lampard would do better than Maresca. Hey, you never know, man.
That's not even true. Well,
the thing is, Jamar, I don't know if you've heard our views about the directors. I've always been of the school of thought that the directors themselves, yeah, when it comes to scouting, they're good scouts. I just don't think in regards to the other stuff, yeah, they're not as competent in my personal opinion. But that's just me. That's what it comes down to. Xavi is available. They're not going for Xavi, bro. Listen, Xavi Ball, man, I wouldn't mind Xavi Ball. Flats killer ain't going nowhere. Plus, that's the thing.
Xavi's a bum, man.
Yeah.
Xavi's a bum.
Somali Flame, yeah, I've said this before, I think the reality is, yeah, and I will repeat this again, when it comes to Chelsea Football Club, we need to find, as fans, we need to realize what can we control? What as Chelsea fans can we control? I can't control that the ownership staying there for another 10 years, right? But what I can control, yeah, is giving them demands on some of the stuff that I want to make sure that happens. Whether it be the way the club is going, the directorship of the club, we can protest that for sure. But I can't protest them to go out of a legally binding contract, which would cost them well over billions of pounds to get out of, if it's even possible. Armin's DMing Insta models Wall Street stuff for Allah, man. You know what I mean? Chill out, man. You know what I mean? I'm a taken man. You know what I mean? Sorry to the missus. You know what I mean? Sorry. You know what I mean? Oh, is Pies tweeting something? Like, let me double check quickly.
Ahmed, if you're happily taken, why are you apologizing?
I just want to see what I mean. In case the streets are watching. Hey, listen, in case the streets are watching, you know what I mean? I don't want to be.
In case the streets are watching.
If you know, you know, man. You know what I mean. You gotta be careful on the streets, man. All right. So some managers gave a feeling that they were risking their careers by taking a Chelsea job, but Enzo Maresca knows this is a big opportunity for his career. Oh my god. What that must mean, yeah, we've been rejected a few times, by the way. I don't know how else to put it like that. That's yeah, man, we've been rejected a few times, man. You know what I mean? We've been rejected a few times. But I don't know about you guys.
Bro, well, you say like managers who do not really interest their careers. So I'm assuming it's managers like
Sebastian
Ruben
Hoda also.
Amorim,
Sebastian
Ruben
Hoda,
Amorim, Jones, Xavi Alonso,
De Zerbi, I
Thiago
might add.
Motta, because we
Even De
actually
Zerbi,
wanted
yeah.
him. I think
Mhm.
I think De Zerbi is still a possibility, bro. I honestly think
I
it is.
so again, that again, I think for me is kind of worrying, by the way, right? If you if the guys that you are probably looking at as your first and second choice options are worried that you're too big of a risk, that is very worrying. I have to say, boys. I don't know about you.
You say worrying, which again, Ahmed's first love was keep your wow. From
Whoa,
keep your
whoa, whoa,
talent.
whoa, whoa. We're not doing that,
Hero.
man. Listen, astaghfirullah. First things first, man. Never QPR. That listen, I don't want to talk. You know what I mean? Just in case the man them in Bush see me talk about them, chill out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Gotta chill out on that one. But listen, ain't no way you catching me supporting QPR, mate. You
What
know
do you mean,
what I mean?
man? Ahmed, you're not on roads. What do you mean,
I'm
man?
not. Listen, I'm not on road, but that's okay. I'm not on road doesn't mean I ain't. You
Yeah.
know.
But like, that's what I mean. That's what I was trying to get to, Senior, before Ahmed started
Yeah.
talking about his affiliation with the gangs in London.
Hey, chill out, man. Listen, but again, this is what I'm saying to you. But
Yeah.
like, you look at it.
Like it makes
Go on, bro.
sense. Top
Yeah,
managers, or these top young up and coming managers. What Nagelsmann, Hones, Amorim. We were trying to get Motta before he went to Juve, or while they were still doing the deal to go to Juve. Those top managers, Alonso, they didn't want to come to Chelsea because it made sense. What? Because they didn't want to risk their careers. But managers like Enzo Maresca and
McKenna.
McKenna and the Zerbi, they'd be willing to take this job because they know it would be a stepping stone. Even if they maybe potentially fail, having a big job on their CV when they're not yet established would actually help them. So, what are you laughing at?
I love the last comment. Pies of mash is a Gvali. Look, what the fuck, bro?
Oh wow.
My God, bro, that's crazy, man.
But
What's
yeah,
going on, man? But
but
yeah,
yeah,
again,
it makes sense.
go ahead, bro.
We all
Yeah.
know Ahmed has a Tarat kit. Wow.
Listen, I'm actually trying to get the Benfica version of the Trap kit. You know what I mean?
Man,
That one I have
man
to.
like Ahmed Tarat.
Listen, that's crazy, man. He was a Spurs guy too, you know. You know, but streets won't forget for sure, man. He's the streets haven't forgotten about him, man. You know what I mean? We still talk about him in the ends, that's for sure, man. You know, but listen, I get like I want to hear from you too, Oliver, on this. But like, if guys like Amrin and Honus are rejecting you, for example, right? That is kind of worrying in the sense that you're not getting your number one, number two options. You're getting high risk managers right now, bro.
I mean,
That's the
they're
thing.
being linked to better clubs than us.
But the thing is, like, surely if you're Chelsea Football Club, you know, and we pride ourselves on being a big club, surely we should be able to attract these guys, bro. That's just the thing that makes it more worrying for me, if that makes sense, bro.
I don't know. I just look at the clubs that are targeting them guys. I mean, Amram got linked to like Liverpool, and he's currently at a title-winning Sporting Lisbon team. So it's
Yeah,
either
but like,
or is
would you
appealing, and
not,
they're
would
better.
you, would you, would you not say though that like, yeah, he might be at a title-winning Sporting Lisbon club, but he's reached the limit at Sporting Lisbon, if we're being honest.
I mean, I haven't watched enough of him, so I don't know.
Because he's won the league there, he's done pretty much everything there. What maybe he's not won a Europa League there or like a UCL, which is very hard to do anyway in general. So like he's already reached the end of his career there. Like Sebastian Honer, for example, had one great season again. But like if these guys are not these guys who are hot on the market, who people are falling in love with, or you know are top tier targets of other clubs, but we can't get them. It's very worrying to say the very least, man.
Well, you
I
say
think
worrying, but yeah, everyone always says about how bad this ownership is. So if this ownership is like bad, why would these top prospects want to come? It's going to take time to build that back up, right? Look at Arsenal, right? They signed Declan Rice last summer. Do you think Declan Rice would have gone to Arsenal 3-4 seasons ago? No. Sometimes you got to build that, but it doesn't matter being a big club and name. Sometimes you have to build up that trust, build up that reputation again. And like, I'm not saying we're still not a big club, but we're not owned by Roman. We're owned by a new ownership. And in the short time they've been here, we've had back-to-back mid-table. Well, no, we finished sixth, but back-to-back like mid-table seasons. So it makes sense. It's not as if we finish back-to-back mid-table under Roman, we could still get any manager more or less because it's Roman. But like now, we're gonna have to earn that again. So with Maresca, if he does well and Chelsea within 2-3 years we're back to challenging, then the next manager we go for we can easily get or more easily get. So I don't get why people are complaining. You guys say we're so bad. This is proof of it that we're bad. So we need to earn it again. So I don't see the problem with it.
All right, guys, listen. I'm trying to listen. There's a lot of Aura videos right now going in and around on YouTube. So I want us to watch this Aura video. Let's see if this moves the mandem. Has he got the aura that we're hoping
Hey,
for?
yo, pause.
Let's see,
I'm not trying
man.
to be moved by man. I'm trying
Chill,
to get
chill,
moved by
chill
no
out, fam.
man.
Chill out, fam. That's crazy. Let's watch this, man. Definitely. He runs down the touchline. You know what I mean? Oh, that's something. Oh my god! Yeah. Yo, what a comment! You know what I mean? What a comment, man! He's killed me with that comment, man. I swear to God, man. He's actually killed me with that comment, man.
What comment?
No, man. Not impressed at all. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Extell hit the little wow. You know what I mean? No, he's killed me, man. I did saw more aura from Graham Potter than Maresca. You know what, man? I saw more aura watching Potter against AC Milan when I was there than this. I can't lie to you, bro. It's crazy.
I mean,
man.
the thing with all that, like, you know, to each their own. I don't care about aura. I want a coach. I want
I
a
know
guy
you.
that's going
Yes,
to
I
improve our
agree with that,
squad and
by the
make
way.
us play well. You know,
Exactly.
if you guys want Hollywood FC, then you can have that, and you can have the the Hollywood manager. I don't need.
100%, bro. But listen, man. Prime, bro. Do you think Maresca is going to succeed at this football club? I've asked this question to various different people, but I want to hear you, bro. Do you believe that Maresca, if you were to look at the current situation, some of the stuff that are more than likely going to happen, and you could project, let's say, to next year, this time, he's got a review. Do you think he's going to be a success at this club?
Depends what you mean by success. Do I think he can capable of winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues? No. At least not yet. Anyway, I need to wait and see. But can I think next season he can, at minimum, say challenge for top four until I say the final day and win the Conference League? Then yes, there's no reason why we shouldn't win the Conference League. There's no reason why, at a minimum, we shouldn't be challenging for top four and say finish. How many points did we finish away from top four this season?
5. Did we?
5 points away from top four. Fine, then you shouldn't finish no more than 5 from top four next season. You should not be doing worse than what Poch did, like on paper. So if we finish like say 5th, we're a few points from top four, but we've won the Conference League. We've got to like say Carabao Cup semi-final, Carabao Cup final, or whatever. And cool. The only way I'll accept like not like say competing for top four or falling away from top four is if we win 2 trophies. And I want us to really go for a domestic and try and win that, because we've not won a domestic trophy in like since 2018. That's a very long time. It's a very long time. And there's no guarantees for trophies in football. Look at how great Arsenal have been doing, and they still haven't won anything. Look at how great Spurs were under Poch, the best team in the league, still didn't win anything. So there's no guarantees. As a big club, you should be winning no matter what, and that's what Chelsea need to get back into the habit of. No matter what season we have, you win, and we need to start doing that from next season onwards.
100%, bro. 100%. I totally agree with that. With that as well. But obviously, X-Tal. Good question about X-Tal. Not convinced till he hits the gritty after we win conference qualifiers 10-0 aggregate. Let's hope so. He's getting set by December, max January or February. Sorry, had no aura, the cigarettes and tactics. Hey, listen, sorry,
That's not true.
Sorry, had aura.
Sorry had aura, but because he's Italian and he didn't jump on chairs and stuff, you guys didn't accept him.
Listen, they don't know about these man don't know about Napoli. Sorry, man. Napoli Sorry's aura was insane, man. Yes. Joe knows, man. Sorry was a crash out. He definitely had aura. I'm going to turn that question to you, Oliver. Do you believe that Maresca will more than likely be a success at this football club?
I don't know because I just don't know enough about him. I haven't watched him. I think that's very important to point out. But based on what I've heard, there's certainly all the potential on paper for it to work. You know, he will play a system that suits our players, and he keeps the team fit. These are all things that you have to consider. You know, there's not going to be any self-sabotage like there was under Mauricio Pochettino. So, considering, you know, let's assume that he can like mentally himself handle the pressure of being at a big club. Then, like Prime said, there is no reason why he shouldn't have a better season points-wise, if not the same season as Pochettino did. But again, that's on paper, and I haven't watched him, so I could be well off the mark. So I'm just going to leave it at that because if I say anything more, it's probably waffle.
Fair enough. Joe, I pray for Maresca's mental health. This club will drive him insane. Listen, man. Hey, let him lose just one game. He's finished. You know what I mean? Listen, man. That sorry week, I always say, man, the sorry week that killed him, man, was heartbreaking,
bro. Bro. Up until before that week, we were, I think, the only unbeaten team left in Europe.
Bro, man, heartbreaking. That broke me because, like, if you survived just that week, man, if you're just taking just one L that week,
bro, the 4-0 is not even that deep. It's the fact
that 4-0 wasn't deep. It was a 6-0, man. It was a 6-0 that killed him.
That is, bro. No one will understand. That 6-0 was such a fugazi. We went 4-0 down in 20 minutes. Like, it's so fugazi, man.
We had that 20-minute that we had when we went 4-0 down was a crazy crash out by the squad. The squad just capitulated.
People forget a month later we went to the Carabao Cup final against Man City, and we should have won in extra time if not for a bad offside call. And then we took them to pens. Like, Sarri was. Oh, I loved Sarri, man. Listen. I'd rather have Sarri.
I said before, by the way, this is a Sarri team, but the team we have right now, unironically, it would suit Sarri ball. I can't believe I'm saying that. It actually would suit him more than anything.
If we have Sarri going into next season, we finish third.
Yeah, man.
Bro, oh my God.
It's heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking. Oh, some breaking news, I think, just happened.
He's the manager I want to come back, by the way. There's no other Chelsea manager I want back other than Sarri.
Fabrizio just doing a nice little, he's doing a nice little rewording of the tweet of his previous tweets. Chelsea told and discussed plans to Maresca also for the future. He's very excited by this Chelsea product. His message is clear. He wants Chelsea, and they've already got Avies for him. Jesus Christ, they got the Avies ready for him. My God,
bro, that's a Leicester City Avi.
That's a Chelsea Avi, bro. That's Chelsea. Look,
is it Chelsea? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, man. They got the Avies ready for him.
Yeah.
Hey, we are going to go. We are good to go. What I need is Don. You need Don Carlo. Sarri would cook him, man. He would cook, man. Oh, look at Surfer, man. Surfer, the anti-Sarri Istanbul, man. Look at this, man. He's anti-football, man. Surfer just anti-football, man. Whether it's 20 minutes or 90 minutes, losing 4-0 to Bournemouth is unacceptable. He was a bomb and let Kaka walk over him. You know what, man? we continue being anti-football, Surfer, man. You're anti-football,
Oh,
Surfer.
I saw Pep get smoked 4-0 to Leicester to Everton, man. A relegation
Yeah,
Everton team. We're not doing in Pep's first season. We're not doing this, sir.
yeah, man. For me, Chelsea season next year will mainly depend on the striker Chelsea buy this summer. I don't think it will. Again, I don't actually think we will be on the striker because we need to see if this tactics is going to work first and foremost. If his tactics work, then we can start seeing who's what part of it is letting the team down. Basically, Toxic Headshot says Maresca plays with a high line goals. With a high line, goals are going to be conceded. Mm. But to be honest, if you look at Villa's a good example. Actually, I would give because Villa played the high line, and they have like a specialist high line, and obviously the gentleman for that guy, the Brazilian centre back, and what's the other guy's name?
Pau Torres.
Paul Torres, who's a specialist at that. Because when he was at Villarreal, that's what they used to do all the time. By the way, so then that's just something again to consider. By the way, so well, there's some more news. Fabrizio had flashbacks. What the flip? What did you say? Let me.
Sorry, Enzo about the length of the contract, and then Enzo Fernandez. Sorry, and
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
gonna be a confusing one when we get
Yeah.
him. Oh god.
Well, listen. Sorry, bro. Boring as hell. So was Mourinho and Conte, Surfer. That's what I have to say. That's why
Wait,
Maresca
hold
needs.
on. Sorry ball was sorry ball with Alvaro Morata, Pedro, Willian. First season Kovacic was shit. Injury Ross Barkley, injury prone Kante. Aspie, who was
Alvaro.
finished at that time. David Luiz, who was finished at that time. Bozo Rudiger, no legs Alonso, and Kepa. And we had the third best defense in the league and one of the best attacking teams in Europe at that time. That Chelsea team. Whatever, man.
All
And
right,
plus,
so
by the way, that Chelsea team had no squad depth. We had no backup.
I wanna make a point, by the way, because obviously there's some news here. Enzo Maresca to Chelsea will happen unless something crazy happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. Maresca will be the next Chelsea manager. Here we go soon. Unless something crazy happens. Listen. That's Chelsea, man. 24 hours is a lot. Is a year at Chelsea Football Club, man. Anything can happen. You know, Maresca believes the plans for the present and future at Chelsea are exciting. Maresca wants to go to Chelsea. Thank you very much. At least it's not Thomas Frank. You know, it's crazy, man. You know, Thomas Frank's got a lot of disrespect around there, man. If Thomas Frank goes to another big club and actually cooks here, a lot of you are going to have blood in your hands, you know. I can't lie to you, man. The way we're cooking Thomas Frank is kind of crazy, man. I'll be honest. Mourinho's football was perfect shithousery. I hope something crazy happens. Good thing about Maresca is that he knows Palmer. Plus, I think Chelsea will sign Tosin. It's looking like that, by the way, for sure. Why won't Enzo be excited? Anyone is welcome at Chelsea mid football. Okay, fair enough. Same sub at 65 minutes.
Because we had no one else. We had no one else.
Another CSC daily. Fair enough. Oh my lord, what is going on, man? Everyone, we're all active today, man.
Bro, I got an exam on Friday. Can the TO actually calm down?
Enzo Maresca was approved by both the directors and the owners, apparently. So, okay. Well, good to see, good to hear that. And the last one, mark my words, it will be a busy summer at Chelsea. What does that mean? We always know Chelsea summers are going to be busy. Probably going to be buying like 20 kids. Like, I don't know what. I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what I mean? Like,
water is wet. Let's move. We move.
Water is wet, literally, man. That's what he just said, man. He's actually just said water is wet, by the way. Honestly, Chelsea are expected to go for a goalkeeper. Wow, looking like goalkeeper nation. You never know, man.
It seems like that will be necessary for Maresca's style of play.
All right, Surfer, we get it, bro. He's even cooking me in the comments, bro. Like, can you allow me, man? Let me breathe, bro. Let me breathe, man. Hot days ahead. You know what I mean? Hot days ahead. You know what I mean? Well, it's the summer. Definitely, there's gonna be a lot of hot days ahead. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm gonna be chilling. I don't know about you guys. Selling and buying. I mean, but who are we selling, bro? Like, selling 2 players or 3 players are going to be honestly selling at this point. Like, what Lukaku selling? What one? Chalobah probably. What maybe Gallagher if he doesn't accept a contract. That's Kukurea, maybe Chilwell. You're really selling 5 guys. It's not going to be that busy, to be honest. We might seriously sign Ramsdale. Nah, it said ball playing. If it's for the system and ball playing ability, we're not getting Ramsdale, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Who do we get though?
You're probably gonna have to be Bolka. I think we're gonna go for
Is
Bolka.
Bolka good on the ball?
Bolka's literally.
I've not watched him,
the only,
so I'm genuinely.
Bolka's good on the ball. That's the thing,
Bolka is good on the ball. He's good on the ball.
Yeah.
I read a
I've watched them. They're
thread.
different. So
Scout report.
yeah, I've watched.
I've read threads and stuff.
Yeah, because I've watched them before, man. I remember when he beat us 2-0. I get what was it? But I mean Rennes. So when he beat Rennes 2-0. So we should buy Diego Costa for the sweeper keeper role. The thing is, they probably want a very strong ball playing centre back. You know what I mean? So I know Diego Costa is a good goalkeeper, but I think they probably want to look for something like that. Bento is definitely an option, Surfer. I just think probably the only reason why Bulka is because he's been at Chelsea before, so it'd be a bit more easier for them to at least capture him more so than anything else, really. But that's just my opinion at the end of the day. Probably a bit more efficient, a lot more easier to do as well. Oh, Benjamin Sesko is highly rated at Chelsea. I told people about Sesko Nation, by the way. Sesko Nation, I told Oliver, everyone in the studio. You didn't believe me. I told you Sesko Nation, man. It was gonna happen. Sesko Nation was gonna happen, man. When I heard his release cost is only 50 million, that is Chelsea cash money. That's barbecue chicken. That's their price range, man. You know what I mean? Unless you're like 100 million, they're only going for 40 to 50 at max. 5 year though. Hey, listen. Well, Killer Red, man. You got to ask the mandem, innit? You got to ask the mandem. Bento is a cheaper option, the next one up for Brazil in a few years, but I need someone experienced today. So Diego Costa is my personal pick. Fair enough, bro. I hear that 100% for sure, bro. But I would personally again. I can hear something. I don't know. Someone's background is on.
I'm muted.
Oh, all right, fair enough. It might be. Was it Bento is a cheaper? Yup, fair enough. Sesko is Havertz with blonde comb over. Fair enough.
Maybe makes sense why Arsenal want them.
Enzo Badiola struggling to break down low plots. Boldiola. How can you say Boldiola? They're both bold. It doesn't even make sense, my friend. Come on, J Mama. I know you got a better joke, man. I know you've got a better one, man, than that, bro. Next year, if Enzo is working out for us, my uncle who coaches a high-level school team will apply for the manager post at CSC. Listen, I'm applying if Enzo Maresca doesn't work, and I'll listen. I'll bring a style of play to this club. I will bring honor to this football club. You know what I mean? I will bring real minerals to this football club. That's all I have to say, man. I'd go for Dovrik instead, La Liga top scorer. I personally would go for him, but I actually personally prefer Soloff from Villarreal. Personally, I like Soloff a lot. I wouldn't mind either, but Soloff is a lot more complete to me, and and I think again he's a lot more complete to me in my personal opinion again. And I think again with the way that he's played at Villarreal, he could probably work a lot better with Jackson actually, in my personal opinion, with that Villarreal link too. That's all I would say.
Sort of. How old is he?
Sort of thinks 26 or 27 actually, if I'm not mistaken.
And how long has he been playing at the top level for?
I think it's been the last 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. Last 4 to 5 years.
What does who does he play for?
He actually was, Sorloth, he was actually at Crystal Palace. He flopped at Crystal Palace. He went to the Turkish league. He literally was going crazy in the Turkish league. Went back to Crystal Palace, flopped there again. Went to the German. Sorry, he then went to RB Leipzig. I think he did all right at RB Leipzig, but then went to Sociedad. He was cooking there. He then left. Villarreal then brought him, and then he's been cooking at Villarreal too. So he's been cooking in the Spanish league and
Alvin, what was the name of the club?
what, the Turkish one? I don't know what's funny, but we need to move on. Okay. There's a pot of repeat. Yeah, it is. That's right, by the way. I agree.
Spanish
I
club.
agree.
The Spanish club. What was the name of the Spanish club you said?
Real Sociedad. What? It's funny. That's how you say it,
The
bro.
other club.
Villarreal. Yeah.
The way you pronounce Sociedad the first time was so.
I must have said that speed run. I was speed running. Openda would work, but again, I think with Openda, he's probably a speed demon, isn't it? You're probably looking to break the thing with like a lot of them, at least in the EPL. You're not gonna get that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get the speed demon. You're not gonna get the high line a lot of the time.
Sorloth plays for who?
He plays for Villarreal right now.
Villarreal.
Yep.
Sorloth. Bro, just go get the better striker, man. Go get Osimhen.
We need experienced striker to lead the line. He's got experience, bro. Listen, he's got the history. He's got the history. I want him for us, not Chelsea. Oh, all right, takes a job. Fair enough. I hear you, my friend. Hey, again, that's for you. If that's what you want, that's what you want, bro. Okay, so this is some inside details from Sky Cover, apparently, in regards to the Maresca stuff. Maresca, through his representatives, was saying, I know all the players. These are their strengths and weaknesses. This is what we need to do in the future. He had knowledge on even the young players out on loan. Jesus Christ, bro, what the fuck? What is he must have been doing some crazy research, bro. No wonder he was dropping points at Leicester, bro.
I'll be real. That's too much glazing from Maresca.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. That's crazy, man. Chelsea could also go for a winger, apparently. By the way, that was the extra stuff that has been said. Chelsea could also go for a winger. That's probably Elise again. That's been spoken about. Send the link. I want to come and have a say. Oh, but this is a closed panel, my friend. I'm planning to do, what's the date today? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, I'm planning to do an actual open stream where I can let people on one at a time to have their saying. And so tomorrow, probably around about similar time again. Oh, Ceniac, bro. Insane comment. I'm not bringing that up, bro. That was insane. That is an insane comment, man.
Bro, that's what I said, bro. It's too much glazing. Like, why do you care about what Chelsea under 15-year-old is doing? Who cares? Who cares, bro?
Jamie Vardy. Okay, Toxic actually doing too much, man. Maresca's a robot. To beat Pep, you need to be a robot. You want to feature stop right there. You are getting binned off within a year. Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, bro. I don't believe that from this is not from Paizo. This is from Fabrizio Romano, bro. I literally was just seeing this on another obviously page that has occurred on. So again, Sesko is class. I am jealous if you get him, but I can't see him in the Conference League. Well, listen, man, Chelsea, man, we make things happen like that for sure. But I think that's pretty much all of the news, unless something else happened. They're showing Gabriel Vega getting cooked. Yeah, that's it. Lovely jubbly. At least one CB, could be two. Busy with the striker position, could also be a winger. So I probably said a goalkeeper, defender, at least one centre back, and obviously we know about the Tosin stuff that's happened today. So that means we're probably going to be getting at least Tosin, and a striker. So it's literally a goalkeeper, a striker, and a winger possibly. That's it. We're not even getting a left back. That means we're going to be with Chilwell again next season, by the way, guys.
Well, I don't know if Maresca will like that. So if it is next season, then it will be just that season.
Tosin Adarabioyo has two offers on the table from Newcastle United and Chelsea. Adarabioyo, thank you very much. Has two offers on the table from Newcastle United and Chelsea, respectively. Chelsea's offer is significantly higher than the Newcastle United. Newcastle United. It is expected that Man United will make an offer soon. That's NUFC Will 1892, which is when Newcastle was created. Thank you very much. Kukurea starts ahead of Chilwell anyway. I don't want to see Chilwell at this football club. Well, toxic. According to my guy Olstein, Chelsea ain't got any FFP issues this year, so that's why we're not in a rush to sell anyone. I thought so. That's pretty much it. Fabrizio is off for copy and paste merchant. Fair enough. But listen, man, I can't lie to you, boys. Listen, if you get Sesko, it's kind of crazy. Hey, unlucky. Oh, you got a Leicester fan here. Well, first things first, big up, Ant. Nice to see you. Looks like you're gonna have to be for a new manager search. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. Obviously, my knowledge on Maresca is quite limited. I'm pretty sure for the whole panel is. If you had to put into a few words, what is your thoughts on Maresca? I would actually like to hear that from a Leicester fan first and foremost, because it'd be at least good to hear what their score of what they think about Maresca is at the very least, or at least one Leicester fan. Because again, I just think for me personally, again, when it comes down to it, Maresca, hopefully it just works out, man. Because if it don't work out, man, I can't, man. I'm tired. What? McKenna got a call from Chelsea yesterday to inform him he was no longer in the race, by the way, as well, according to Fabrizio. So they untested but did well last year. He did what was expected of him. All right. Oh, expected this season. Fair enough, man. Hey, as long as that happens, then I'm happy, bro. That is what I'm happy about too. Listen, guys, I think I'm gonna call it here for today. If there's anything crazy that happens, you'll see me here again at 8 p.m. probably or 9 p.m. Just doing a nice regular stream, relaxing, chillaxing. That will be a live calling show, so I'll make sure to bring everyone in one at a time. Give you 5 minutes each to have your say, to have your opinions. 8 p.m. Make sure to tune in. I want to hear what you guys think about Maresca, or just your different thoughts about the club. And hey, man, if you disagree, you can always have a nice little friendly debate in regards to that school of thought. But I've been your host, the Bridge 258. Dedicate your heart.